I talk about this, ultimately how we're going to get to this triangle choke. You kind of think about it, we're looking at his body. I got to get a leg over that and I got to control an arm. So could I do it from a standing position? I certainly could. Probably one of the easiest ways to do this is to get him down and move to the mount, okay? So for example, if I did this throw, which we did earlier, it sets me up nicely to step across, lift, grab, tuck, and there's my triangle, right? You can pull this in tighter if you want to make it better, but that's basically the entry. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Who thinks they can do knee on throw, lift the shoulder a little bit and get to this? All right, who needs to see it again or do we have it?
I'll play it. Let's see.
One more time. Okay, so I'm starting with a traditional throw, kind of like Tomonagi. So knee on throw, I want to land in knee on belly. So this is here. It's not here and I drop. I literally push him or pull him towards me this way. When I sit, I roll him to this position, right? Now I got to get this foot in the knee on around his head. So I go to lift him up here, kick, grab here, start rolling, and I grab, and I have good position for this triangle choke. Thanks, sir. All right, we'll let you train again. So again, we still want to be able to make the grip. In more of a self-defense scenario, I could hit him, but I could just grab, sit, and I throw. I'm already here, right? Technically, if I was doing true knee on belly, I'd be driving this into the body here, okay? But I'm gonna give him a little bit of space because he's my training partner. This is what I want, which enables me to get here. All right, this space where your knee goes has to be gone. Everybody see that space?
Yes, sir.
Gone. This hand, let's go to the head and grabs. Technically, I can go ahead and choke him from here. Okay?
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and use it to roll to a better position so I can get the lock. Now I really have him. If I need a little extra help, I can grab his leg. Right? Make sense?
Sir.
That helps me tee up a bit. All right, so if I'm making this triangle choke, right, I kick through, that's not going to do, look at all the space. It should be, I pull him in to my leg, right? Does that make sense?
Sir.
Sure.
So this sucks, there's space. I can lock this, but all that space is not going to choke him. This down his back sucks. I'm pushing on his lower back. He's not getting choked at all. It should be, as I'm entering, I'm going here. Now remember what I did. I had him here, right? I just grabbed that. Technically, I can choke him from here. I can grab that, tighten him up. Can we do it?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
All right. Give that another try. Go ahead and do it. All right. So there's two rear positions. There's the referee position, and then there's the back mount position, right? So remember that the thing with the triangle choke is where does his head need to be? Should his head be up here by my head? It needs to be low, right? So I might start here and make him think I'm going to start choking him. And then I start pushing away, right? And then once this leg is here, this goes across, and then I tighten him up. Make sense? Now, I don't have him yet. I lock this leg behind his body. Now, watch me scooch my butt. I want to get his head to move forward. Does that make sense? See, I scooched my butt away, and it pushed his head forward into my leg. All right, so let's look at this thing again. And Caleb, I'm going to do it wrong, so you will probably be able to resist.
Okay.
Right? So again, maybe I'm going for this. He starts defending my choke. I move back. I get this over, right? And now I'm down his chest, right? Is he breathing fine? Are you okay?
Yep.
Now I got to do this. Now, you see how I scooted? Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at kind of the mechanics of it. If we were thinking this was a choke, can I choke him like this? All right, I could choke him this way, but what I'd really want to do is I want to get this up high and push his head forward to make the air choke. Sorry, dude, I know I'm killing you. Questions on triangle choke?
Nah.
Any questions on how you adjust your hips? So you got to get him down. He has to want to escape, which is going to give you the triangle choke. Cool?
Sure.
If you're thinking, why not just go ahead and make the choke? He's defending against the choke. So you're using this leg and you're going to ultimately pull him into a triangle choke, which is better suited for him being very low. Go.
Sir.
So again, I go here, he starts defending the choke. Remember what I do with my feet. I'm not staying here in the rear mount. I turn sideways, okay? I want to guard my feet. If I do this and he hooks my foot, he could potentially arch and get me into an ankle lock. So I want to guard that. I want to be kind of here. I could body lock him if I want to, but I want to be here. See how I'm sideways to him? Yeah. Diagonal across him? Then, when I go to pull this arm out and slide back and get this leg in place, I'm going to hold. Now I shift to the other side. Okay? Now I'm low. I hook under here. This leg's now very safe. He tucks his head. Right? I said that arm bar. So I'm not tapping him, right, Caleb? You're good?
Yep.
I'm like, oh, I've done everything I can. I'm still not in the right place. I got too much space. We got a really good arm bar here. Right? If you want to, you can make wrist lock. Okay? You can make Kimura lock. Right? It's going to be hard, but I might be able to twist this far enough to get kind of like an Americana. But ultimately, I would say this is going to be the one.
Yeah.
Look how very painful for that. I mean, the Kimura lock is normally down here, right?
Yeah.
But I've taken up all that space. I got this. Okay? By the way, what if he grabs his hand to defend? No problem. I hold this now, and I go back to a straight arm bar.
That hurt.
Okay?
Yeah.
In self-defense, I would hold this, and I'd give him some of these, or I'd rake the eyes. All that's legit. Pretty cool?
Yes, sir.
The best he can probably do is punch me in the kneecap with that hand. And when he does that, I'm just going to claw the eyes again. You know, in self-defense, you do what you got to do. By the way, I could break one finger at a time, right, until I've disabled him, right? And then if I let him go, I know he can't grab me or punch me with that hand. He's now in big trouble. Even if he does get up and wants to fight, he's got 3-4 broken fingers on one hand. You didn't have to kill him. You didn't have to dislocate the arm. Per se, maybe you were not strong enough, but a lot of nasty little things you could do. Let's practice the arm bar. Let's get to the position. If you set the triangle choke and he's choking, give him a little bit of space and just pretend you don't have a great triangle choke for a moment. Work that arm lock. You can also try that Kimura. Right, it's going to be here. Normally the Kimura we think of is down here, but you've got the arm so locked up it doesn't turn very far. Go! My takedown on Caleb, right? So I go here, and I get into this mat return, or some people call it Tanya Tosh, or even Valley Drop, right? So I'm here. I go to roll him. He turtles up real quick. He does not want me to choke him, right? So from this position, I want to get triangle choke, right? I'm going to reach under here, and I'm going to lift up here. I'm going to put my foot in this position and grab it. Now watch. Here's the roll. There's the one we just did, right? Here's the other one we just did. Straight arm bar. Or I tighten it up and I make it small. Cool?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. Who wants to see Caleb get some revenge? Who wants to see him see if he can get me?
Let me see it happen. I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
All right. I'll coach him through it. Good. I'll start from here. All right. So we're ultimately kind of in referee position, right? Maybe I'm covered up. This goes like he's going to make either half Nelson or he's going to make single wing. He's got a posture up so he can make the step. This has to go over my shoulder. And then he grabs it with the opposite hand.
No. This way?
I'd use the other hand.
Grab.
And then roll. Now, he's shut the arm. He's got me in the triangle position. I do feel a lot of space here, so he can tighten it up if he wants. All right. He wants to control that. All right. I feel a little, that's good elbow lock right there. He's got to turn it. Oh, I can already feel that's going to suck. Oh, that's good shoulder lock. Right? Now, I grab this and I start to defend. What does he do? Goes back to the triangle, tightens it up. Or he hooks that just like he does the arm bar, and using his back muscles, pulls it free. And he goes back to that. Pretty cool?
Sir.
All right. As with any choke, The best way to defend is to not be in the choke. Try to do something before you're in the choke. You start your defense early. Once it's locked in, you can resist the choke, but it's very difficult to break. Not impossible. We see it all the time. You can thrash, you can roll, you can bridge, okay? So there's some options there. Let's get everybody a chance to do this. So let's walk through it one more time. Caleb's going to be in the down position, right? I'm going to underhook here, right? I'm going to step over and grab this leg. See, I've got his arm and his head already. Now, I don't want to just roll. I want to pull this into place. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Hit the knee, hit the shoulder, lock it in. I pretty much got him. I mean, I feel confident about that. All right, everybody come look at this hole. I want to show you guys something. Right by his ear. Look at this hole. See that? I'm not tight. Watch when I pull my toes back. See how I tighten that up? Right? I can pull on his head. I can pull here. Now I've got him pretty good. I can try to choke if I don't really have him. Scooch my legs out. Right? Now I got him for sure. Right? I got this one. And I got, actually I'm too high on him to get the Kimura. I got to make some space. There, I still don't have him. There we go. I made enough space to get that one. He starts grabbing his arms to defend. No problem. I can dig in here, right? And start working this. Pull, angle. There it is. Gooseneck. More lock. Pretty cool?
Yes, sir.
We're down here. Couldn't I start kind of in this position, right? Then I got to decide how I want to make my move. I could make reverse triangle here. Does that make sense? So the one we just did, we pulled this arm out and I stepped over. This is the way we went, right? But if I'm on the front side, it's here. Kick this in, grab it tight. I'm going to pull up on her chin here. Right now I want to rotate my foot around her neck before I roll. Get under her arm, and then there's the reverse triangle. All right. We show one more time so Vicky can see. So here, first one, right? Chin, right? Grab. Then when I circle here, tighten them up. And there's
reverse triangle.
Okay? Again, the tighter you get that knee around the neck, the better it is. Can we do it?
Yes, sir.
That's it. Caleb can make it happen.
So,
Kind of start like you do in Nick Fury.
here.
Now, you want this arm and you want the head, so
This way?
there you go. Pull it underneath. Now, I feel like this is in a pretty good space. Don't fight this. Just hold it till you feel like this is right. Now,
Okay.
when you're ready, make the roll. You think that one's easier than the last one?
Yeah.
Because you're in an easier position. Okay? Question on reverse triangle?
Yes, sir.
All right, get with your partners and try it. When I'm making this particular move, what you're trying to do is, if you get the chin lock, you might tap him out. But if you get it around his face or his head, you can try to crush his head, but you're probably going to end up tapping yourself out or getting tired. All right, I'm going to grab, just like I do an anaconda choke. I want to grab the tricep, okay? So I'm getting him kind of like I'm going to do that. Why not do the tricep anaconda, right? Why not do this one? You could, right? You totally could. But I'm going to switch. I'm going to grab this and pull his chin up. Step deep into his body and shove his head into that hole. Look how deep I am now. Now, once I grab the foot, the knee goes to the mat. If I roll from here, I might miss it. I rotate my knee. Look how far I got my knee. Is my knee directly under his chin?
Yes.
Pretty close? Then I roll, and then I tighten. Now, I should have it. Cable tap when it's uncomfortable. Good? Eye control.
Right, so he gets down here. I'm gonna have both hands on the same side, almost like I'm gonna do a ghost. I'm gonna push up, I'm gonna hold him with my elbows, right? I'm gonna switch this hand and go under. I'm gonna rotate my body, and I'm gonna push this arm down. I'm gonna get this leg up, and I got my triangle choke here, right? So again, one more time. He's down. Like I'm gonna do ghost, I got two hands on the same position. I bridge up, I hold him with my elbows, right? I turn, push this arm down, and I kick my foot up, right? My knee is on his neck, and then I lock my legs and I squeeze.
All right, so what is the big difference? I felt his hamstring was choking and his calf was pressing. It's backwards for the other one, okay? So here's the thing. If my neck isn't on his hamstring properly, I can probably make some space. I can probably escape a little bit. He's got to be able to pull that thing tight, and his was tight. I could literally feel whatever that major hamstring muscle is right there was literally across the throat, so that works pretty doggone good. Good job, sir. All right. Questions?
Can we see that one more time?
Yep.
What Caleb was doing?
Right? Both hands up, right? I want him in this. I don't want two unders because I can't hold him, right? I get here, he just comes right back down. I want two overs. Well, if they're under his body, right? I want to get here so I can hold him in my elbows. I bridge up, right? Hold, right? And then I tee up. I turn my body this way. I get this left hand out. I shove his arm down, and then I kick my foot over his neck. And then I just lock my knees, or I lock my feet, and I squeeze.
And I'll be honest, that one was a bit of a chin lock. Go ahead and lock it in again. Now watch. There's a little bit of play right here. Now he can't choke me. Go ahead, squeeze. Hold on, go back. Right there, squeeze. Okay. Now watch. Squeeze. In order for me to escape, I got to start turning and try to get this arm out. Okay? But if he's got that hamstring muscle across the neck, it's very fast. But again, if I can pull and get my neck forward, you guys, let's look at it one more time. I want you guys to see the difference in how why this thing works and why it won't work. Go ahead. He gets this up, he moves in. Now, everybody sees, which way is my throat facing? The other one, my throat's facing that way. Now watch. I want to do this. You can't stop that. And I want to get my neck into that hole. Now he's crushing the back of my head a little bit, but not too bad. Everybody see?
Sure.
So what he would like to do, if he can reach and grab this arm and pull hard and lock his choke down, I won't be able to make that escape. That was really cool. So again, my neck's facing away, right? Let's look at it one more time from the back when he goes to make his move. Kicks. All right, now, which way is my neck facing? It's toward the choke. If I could move this way, I can make a little bit of space, but I can't because he's controlling this arm. So again, if I'm facing into the knee, it's harder for me to escape. If I'm facing away from the knee, I have an escape. It's just not a big escape. That was crazy. All right, try that one.